Oh, I am back with Loving Hip Hop Miami, Season 6, Episode 14. I told y'all Princess was a mean-spirited heifer. Y'all don't want to hear it, but it's the truth. She's giving me whiplash, okay? 1 minute, she's a victim of Ray J's antics, crying about his infidelity, his disrespect, and how she's over this marriage. And the next minute, she right back at his side, tag teaming against Dr. Black like they're a united front. Ma'am, this was the same man who had his face in between Suki's legs and puss, okay, and sniffing around Amara like a damn bloodhound. But now, all of a sudden, she's forgetting all of that to come for Dr. Black? Make it make sense. Dr. Black was trying to help this train wreck of a marriage between she and Ray J. And let's not act like this is new behavior for Princess. Princess have a history of holding people accountable when it suits her. She'll throw hands at a woman, okay, over Ray J, but then turn around and cry how he disrespects her. But we'll get back to her. Meanwhile, Brooke is over there chopping it up with her husband. She's running down everything that went down at Angela's sobriety party and how they all came for her, okay, and how Princess decided she didn't want to be her friend anymore. So not only did Princess cut her off, but Amara did too. Now, Brooke is messy, okay, but she ain't that bad. But Dr. Black decides that he want to have a sit down with Ray and Princess without Brooke, since they're acting like she's the problem. She messy, but she ain't really the problem in their relationship, okay? Let's be honest. So he even says that he wants to try to connect them with the same therapist that helped him and Brooke. But let's be real. Some relationships are beyond repair. These two have been on this toxic roller coaster for over 15 damn years. And at this point, they need to stop clinging to a sinking ship, okay? And just let it go. Let it go. Because honestly, what are they holding on to? Ray doesn't respect Princess. He can't keep his peen in his pants, and he'll fruck anything in a dress. At this point, Ray J should just do what Neo's doing. Neo has 4 girlfriends, but at least they all get along and at least they know what they signed up for. But the real shame is the way these wives break their backs trying to keep their husbands from cheating. Princess and Ray J, they've been having threesomes just to keep him in check. And then you have Neo's wife who did the same. It's embarrassing. These women go above and beyond, bending over backwards, sideways, in circles, but their husbands can't even give them the bare minimum. Make it make sense. So moving on to Bobby Lytes, he's hosting an R&B night to clear his head after his cousin Trina, husband, threw a drink in his face for no reason. Well, actually, no. He actually poured a drink over his head. And the worst part is Trina did nothing about it. Bobby was hurt. Not just by the drink, but by Trina's silence. And then when Trina finally did respond, it wasn't with support or understanding. It was with anger. Okay, she lashed out at Bobby like he was the one who did something wrong. Completely deflecting from the real issue. It was a hot mess. And it only made Bobby feel just as worse. Now, that's supposed to be his cousin, but she sat there like nothing happened. And that hurt him so much that, he ended up drinking again after being sober for over a year. Now, he told himself that he would just have one cocktail, but that's how it always starts. All it takes is one, and then suddenly you are struggling to stay sober again. Miami Tip pulls up, and they talk about what went down at her book signing. So she tells Bobby, after he left, that Brooke and Amara got into it, and Brooke stormed off. They talk about how Eliza is acting shady by not showing up to Miami's book event, even though Miami showed up to support her for launching her hair oil. First of all, why are they even friends? Miami aired her dirty laundry and said she purposely got pregnant by Future. This is a very toxic dynamic because they both still trying to be friends after all the messiness that Miami Tip was doing on social media. This girl made a whole YouTube video 30 to 45 minutes long talking about how Eliza trapped Future. And now y'all want to be friends? It's disgusting. Even though they made up, once that level of betrayal happens, it's hard to go back trusting somebody. Eliza, girl, stay woke. Stay woke. Miami Tip may be, she alright. But I wouldn't trust her as a friend. So Eliza is having another hair oil launch. And Miami Tip plans to go so she can confront her about not attending her book signing. Now, Ching is having a candlelight dinner with her man Quiz, who just got out of jail. And she's excited about him being home, but she tells him that her friend Zoe was throwing shade at their relationship, especially when her own man Kevin ain't even 3 feet tall. Well, Quez is a little shorter. Am I tripping, or is Quez shorter than Kevin? So, Ching, you have no room to talk at all. But anyway, Ching said that she can't help her man is fine as hell. Oh, Lord. It's like every conversation with Ching and Zoe revolves around their man's look. As if, that's the only thing that defines their worth. And it's honestly a bit exhausting because it feels like their self-esteem is completely tied to Quiz and Kevin's appearance. I mean, Ching has literally called her boyfriend fine as hell in every episode. Okay, girl, we get it. He's attractive. I mean, this is nothing more than just surface level distraction. Ching is very aware that Quiz has cheated on her 28 times in and out of jail. But instead of confronting the real problem in their relationship, all she can say is he fine as hell. I mean, she acts like the world supposed to be impressed with her fine man. Child, I can't. So Ching tells Quez he needs to get a job and stop cheating. Girl, if you have to tell a man to stop cheating, he ain't the one. And 9 times out of 10, he probably won't. But Quez goes on to tell her, basically she's his first, last, and everything. And that if it was up to him, she would be pregnant by now. Girl, don't fall for the okie doke. That's the oldest trick in the book. He didn't say, he would change his nasty ways. He didn't say he'll be a better man. He didn't say he wanted a lifelong commitment, i.e. marriage. No, he said she would be pregnant. Child, he was clearly trying to butter her up, saying something that sounds good in the moment, but not actually addressing real issues like the fact that he cheated on her 28 times. So meanwhile, honey, Miami Tip confronts Eliza about missing her book event. And she asked her, girl, why didn't you show up to support me like I supported you? So Eliza put on the waterworks, honey, and she said, well, please don't beat me up. I've been going through a lot. And she eventually tells Miami that she's pregnant, but she refuses to tell who the dad is because she knows Miami Tip would run her mouth about it just like she did with Future. So Eliza admits that she's afraid to tell the father that she's pregnant because she don't think he want kids. Well, too bad for him, honey. Okay, he should have thought about that before he went through the rainforest with no umbrella. And too bad for Amara if, he decides that he don't want to be a dad. Too bad. It's a shame, but too bad. Y'all both should have wrapped it up. So, Miami Tip ain't playing no games with, Eliza. She straight up asked her, so you trapped somebody else, honey? Eliza was like, now why would you say that? And Miami was like, girl, you don't think you trapped Future? And she said, absolutely not. But here's the tea. Rumor has it that Eliza used a turkey baster to get pregnant by Future, a rich rapper. I doubt it because Future has 9 kids by 10 different women. They all say that Future does not like using condoms. So I don't think she had to use a turkey baster. So, long story short, Eliza trapped Future, and now it appears she's doing the same thing with another rich man because Miami says she only dates men with money. So is this really a coincidence? Or is she, out here trying to trap these men, these rich men? So Miami asked her, well, is he a celebrity? Is he a football player? Because you know how to pick him. Ooh. So Eliza, she claps back. She said, you can't trap someone who willingly, release himself inside the puss. So Miami was like, well, you can trap someone by telling them you want to, you want money in exchange to, not having this baby. So Eliza tells her, girl, if you really understood what I was going through, you lay off my back. So they then talk about, how they fell off the first time. And Eliza says she didn't do anything wrong. And Miami said, that's the problem. You like to antagonize people and pretend to be the victim. So Eliza calls Miami fake, just like the rest of them. So Miami Tip calmly gathers her things, honey. And she said, I'm not fake. I just kept it 100 with you, unlike the rest of them. And then as she leaving, she called her raggedy ass bitch and walk out the door. Woo. Now this is why I don't understand why they insist on trying to be friends. Miami, she's one of those people that keep it real. That's cool, but her delivery was kind of rough. Sometimes when you hit someone with the blunt truth without any empathy whatsoever, that other person will shut down instead of actually hearing you. Eliza clearly felt attacked, which is why she got defensive and called Miami fake. But let's be real, Eliza needed to be called out if she's out here, trapping these men, allegedly. Well, Eliza is about to go through the same shit she went through with Future. He doesn't claim the baby. He doesn't, I mean, don't even acknowledge the baby. Okay, he acts as though she doesn't exist. I'm not sure if he's paying child support, but Eliza, would you want to go through that again? It's too late because you're pregnant now. But still, I think she really did trap this man. Well, I mean, in her defense, he did run in there raw. And then he gets spotted around town in Atlanta with all his kids except hers. I mean, word on the street is that she did try to trap Future, but the situation with Future didn't go as she expected. And now she's potentially walking into a similar situation again. Eliza doesn't seem to be learning from her mistakes, which is pretty much what Miami tried to tell her. She said there's really no growth. She's up to her old tricks again. You know, whether it's a rich rapper or another high profile man, the formula doesn't change. Okay, she's about using someone else's success and resources as a way to create security for herself. So, honey, Marcus goes by himself to meet the messy couple, Ray J and Princess. And I feel like had Brooke been there, the way they treated him wouldn't have went down. So Princess says in her confessional that the last time they met up with Marcus, he was trying to be Dr. Black and things went left. And now she can't help but question his loyalty. Like, girl, what? The one that should be questioned is Ray J. Marcus was trying to help your simple ass against my better judgment, but hey, it is what it is. So Ray J tells Marcus that, he trusted him to be the voice of reason, but he was silent. And the moment he sat down, Brooke started disrespecting him, which she did. Okay. And he said they made him feel like Dr. Black was out the door because he wasn't really a doctor. Child, I can't take Ray J serious. So Ray J said Brooke's behavior was distasteful, and it was. So Marcus tells him, Brooke doesn't do what I do. But hey, we are a great example. And Ray J says of what? And Marcus says of a healthy relationship. But Ray J hit him with a thumbs down. Ray J called them pretenders. And Princess jumps in and she says, you want to know what I think you guys are a perfect example of? Then she says, faking a funk. Ooh, damn. It sounds like Princess may be a little jealous of him and Brooke's relationship. So Princess calls Marcus out for calling himself Dr. Black when he's not even a doctor. So Marcus is trying to explain to the dimwits that the fans gave him that name, not him. So they are sitting across from him, interrogating him about how he got the name Dr. Black. It was disgusting. So they're mad about what happened when Brooke was trying to, cancel them. Now, Marcus shouldn't be held responsible for that because Brooke was drunk, yeah, a little messy, yeah, but it wasn't that serious. So Marcus makes it clear that he's been through some things. Okay, he overcome them through therapy. Then here comes Princess. Has Brooke been to therapy? Because she needs it. And of course, Ray J chimes in, honey, and agrees with her. But Marcus, he stood 10 toes down for Brooke. He said, my wife is an amazing mother, an amazing friend, and an amazing wife. So Princess says Brooke is a shit starter who needs her ass whooped. So she explains the situation, how Brooke walked into the party with Amara after, the appropriate thing she did with Ray J. So Marcus is like, okay, you're mad at her because she's friends with both of you. And Princess was like, yeah. And she said it's called loyalty. So Mark tells her that Brooke really cares about her, but Princess ain't trying to hear it. She says, no, she don't. Ray J co-signs, no, she doesn't. because she walked into the party with Amara. Now, Princess has every right to be mad at Amara, but she should also be mad at Ray J. Place that anger in the right direction, sis, because right now it's going everywhere except where it belongs, to Ray J. So then Ray J, he takes it there, honey. He tells Marcus that he and his wife are disgraceful. And Marcus wastes no time. He tells him, I think you're disgraceful. Now, Ray J want to act big and bad, honey, okay? He flips over a plate of fries on the table and tell Marcus he's fake and that his relationship is worse than theirs. Ooh, honey. Then Ray J keeps throwing fries at him. Marcus warning him, stop throwing fries. Ray J says, say one more thing. And Marcus says one more thing. Ray J stood up, okay, threw that last fry. Okay, and that was it. Marcus got up and tried to rush his little ass, but security grabbed Marcus before he can get at Ray J. Security escorts Ray J out the door. Princess turns to him and says, we should get the kids and go to the beach. Like, girl, what? Meanwhile, Marcus is telling Ray J he losing himself and that he thought he was a better man than that, and that throwing french fries was corny. Ray J, still talking tough, honey, challenges Marcus to a one-on-one. He wasn't ready. So he tells Ray J, Ray J, I would beat you up bad. And honestly, I believe him. He will mop the floor with Ray J's little ass. So Marcus again tries to rush Ray J, and once again, security saves him. This is a hot ass mess. Princess behavior is definitely confusing. It's like 1 minute she's acting like she's ready to burn the whole damn house down over Ray J and Amara. And the next minute she's acting like everything is all good and normal. She's all over the place, okay? Yes, she should be mad at Brooke for playing both sides, but somehow her anger is more focused on Brooke and Amara than on Ray J, and that's where the issue lies. What's crazy is that I don't think she's as mad as Ray J anymore, because I think his behavior has become so predictable to her. She's almost numb to it at this point. That's why after all the chaos with Amara, she can just switch gears so quickly and say, hey, let's go to the beach. Like nothing happened. I think she's used to Ray J's mess, which is why she's really not addressing the real issue. At some point, Prince said, you got to face the truth, honey. It's Ray J. It ain't everybody else. Like, I was so surprised. Let's forget about everything that happened and let's go to the beach, me, you, and the kids. Oh, Lord. Girl, he just had his face up Suki's puss and ass, and he was just sniffing around Amara. This don't make no sense. Something is wrong with her. Anyway, y'all, that is the end of this video. If you made it this far, I hope you did. Give the video a thumbs up. Leave your thoughts in the comments, and bye.